Every World Cup, one group quietly becomes a disaster zone. 3 or 4 world-class team, 1 or 2 spots. Someone enormous goes home early. The press gives it a name, the group of death. And every time, fans act like it's a freak accident, like lightning struck twice. It isn't, it's math, it's structure, it's basically guaranteed to happen. Here's how it actually works. First, the setup. The World Cup doesn't start with a knockout bracket, it starts with groups. 32 teams get split into small pools of 4. Everyone plays everyone else in their group, 3 games each. Top 2 advance, bottom 2 pack their bags and fly home. That's it. Clean, simple, brutal. Now here's something worth anchoring. 6 points are available per team across the group stage. Win a game, you get 3, draw, you get 1, lose, you get nothing. Which means you could win 2 games and still need to sweat the third. Or win 1, draw 1, lose 1, 5 points, and still qualify ahead of a team that won 2. It depends entirely on what everyone else does. You're not just playing your opponents, you're playing the entire group at once. Now, the structure. Teams aren't drawn randomly. FIFA ranks every nation using a point system based on recent results, wins, losses, the quality of the opponent, the importance of the competition. From that ranking, they build pots. Pot 1 has the top seeds, the defending champion, the host nation, and the strongest teams by ranking. Pot 2 has the next tier. Pot 3 after that. Pot 4 covers everyone remaining. The draw then works like this. Each group gets 1 team from each pot. 1 from pot 1, 1 from pot 2, 1 from pot 3, 1 from pot 4. The intention is balance. No group should be catastrophically stacked. The best teams get distributed, the weak teams get distributed. In theory, every group should be roughly competitive, in theory. Here's the flaw. Seeding separates the top tier from each other. It does not, cannot, control what happens below that line. Pot 2 alone contains teams that would be considered elite at almost any other tournament in history. Portugal, France before they became Pot 1, Uruguay, Netherlands, Colombia. These aren't underdogs. These are teams with World Cup pedigree, generational talent, and a very reasonable expectation of going deep. When 3 of those teams happen to land in the same group, through a completely legitimate, properly supervised draw, the result is a group where finishing second still means you've outperformed most of the field, and finishing third means you're gone, quietly, often shockingly, in the group stage. That's the group of death, not one giant dominating 3 smaller teams, the opposite. A cluster of near equals where the margins between advancing and elimination are almost invisible. You can play well, you can play brilliantly, and it still might not be enough. The cruel detail, and this is what most people never quite articulate, is that the format punishes accumulated quality. A team can collect 4 points across 2 games. 4 points would comfortably qualify you from most other groups in the tournament. But if 3 teams in your group each have 4 points going into the final game, someone with 4 points is going home. No appeals process, no consolation bracket, no acknowledgement that you were good enough, just out. Same reward, different consequences, whether you performed or not. And then there's the final matchday dynamic. In the group stage, the last 2 games in each group are played simultaneously. That's deliberate. It prevents collusion, stops 2 teams from knowing exactly what result they need while the other game is already finished. Smart rule. Creates chaos anyway, because now you're 90 minutes into a match, scoreline balanced on a knife edge, and somewhere across the stadium, a screen is showing another game that will determine whether your result even matters. Players check, managers check, fans check. Sometimes a result elsewhere means a team suddenly needs a goal they didn't need 10 minutes ago, or can suddenly afford to sit back. It turns the final matchday of a group of death into something closer to performance art than sport. Extremely tense, occasionally absurd, always memorable. The nuance most people miss entirely. The group of death doesn't produce the best football, it produces the highest stakes football. Which sounds like the same thing, it isn't. High stakes often mean low risk, tactical caution. Teams that would normally press and attack spending large portions of the game protecting a 0-0 draw, because a point might be enough to survive, and conceding might be catastrophic. The football can be slow, careful, and deeply anxious. The drama comes from what's at stake, not from what's happening on the pitch. That tension is its own kind of spectacle, just not always a beautiful one. For 2026, the format expands to 48 teams. Groups shrink to 3 teams each. 2 advance from every group of 3, that means fewer games, narrower margins, and a format where a single bad result can end a campaign immediately. The group of death as a named phenomenon may evolve. The underlying mechanism, elite teams sharing a small space with high consequences and not enough room, doesn't go anywhere. The tournament just keeps building it, in whatever shape the structure allows. So here's the full picture. A seeding system designed specifically to create fairness accidentally engineers the most unforgiving scenario in international football. The best teams protect each other at the top of the draw, everyone below absorbs the collision. A team can perform, progress, and still go home in the group stage while a lesser side in an easier group coasts through. Most fans know the name. Almost none can explain the mechanism. Now you can. The game didn't change, you did. You're welcome. Subscribe if you like this, it really means a lot.